The last stitch that we are going to work on our sampler is this purple guy right over here. This is called the satin stitch. It is really good for filling in big spaces. That's usually what we would use it for. It wouldn't really be used to like just make a line across. This one here is just in a line so that you can get some practice with that. And to get started with that, you're just going to need your thread and your needle, and make sure that your thread is knotted on one end. And I'm gonna get started on my satin stitch right here. All right, so same as I start all of my other stitches, I am just going to poke from the back to the front and pull until the knot catches, right? And now here is where we're going to kind of be able to make some different choices. So you can make this stitch as long or as short as you want it to be. I'm gonna keep mine kind of in the middle because if it tends to get really long, it just gets stuck on stuff. So I'm gonna keep it about this size. You can make some different choices if you would like. And I'm just going to poke from the front to the back, and I'm going to pull tight. And then I will just have a straight line that looks like that. And as I said, we're gonna work on just kind of filling up, like making the small square with this purple thread. So if I look on the back, what I wanna do is come up as close to this point as possible so that it looks like these threads are right next to each other. So sometimes it's going to be helpful to poke it down through from here, or you can try to come through from here. But either way, you're going to come from the back to the front right next to the hole that we just put, pull it through, and then bring it down as close to the first hole that we started with, like that. And then pull it tight. And then we should have two straight lines that are starting to look kind of like a solid purple box. And then same as what I just did, I am going to, why is this? Whatever. I am going to poke up from the back right next to the one that I just put through, right? So I ended on the bottom. I'm starting this one at the bottom. Pull it through, pull it nice and tight, and then I'm going to come back through at the top, or come back through from the front at the top of that line. And I'm just going to repeat that all the way through until the space that I want to is filled with the solid color that I want it to be. So again, I'm going to poke right next to where I just poked down. So I ended at the top. I'm going to start this one at the top, pull it tight, and then end this one at the bottom, like so. And then if you were to, what is going on here? There we go. I fixed it. Okay. So then if you were to look at the back, it would just be like two lines of really small stitches. But from the front, it's that. So we just don't want to waste too much by going back and forth. So I'm going to finish this. I'm not going to go all the way through because that's going to take a really long time and take a lot of thread. I'm just going to make a small square, but I'll fast forward through this and then show you guys how to tie it off. Okay, so I made my funny little rectangle using the satin stitch. I poked it through so that my thread is now on the back side. This is what it looks like from the front, right? Here's what it looks like from the back. So again, I said it looks like really small dotted lines from the back. And this could have gone all the way through, but like I said, this just uses up a lot of thread. And I think that once we get a couple stitches through, you get the point. So I don't have to make this like super, super long. And now we're going to tie this off in the same way that we've tied off all of the other ones. So I end on the back side. I'm going to take my thread with my hand. I'm going to bring the needle through underneath, right? Pull it tight and then just use my thumb to kind of keep that knot as close to the fabric as possible. Cool. And then I can use my scissors to trim that just like that. And now I have, here's the back of my satin stitch, and here is the front. And my embroidery sampler is done.